see. You guys heard about this?
Yeah, I heard about Lord. I don't think that's him. But go ahead.
Let's check this out. Thank you guys for kicking it with us. It's just let them know your favorite. We're on our last topic for the day. Your favorite after church podcast is live. Thank you guys for hitting the like button.
Lady
DHPX on their heels about that.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, my guy. So this guy, this whole situation blew up. I'm gonna have to take it off of the screen because it shows what happened. So I'll press play.
This morning, Luigi Mangione, the 26-year-old accused of killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, has been formally indicted and charged with murder.
This was a frightening.
Okay, let me go back. I'm sorry, y'all.
This morning, Luigi Mangione, the 26-year-old accused of killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, has been formally indicted and charged with murder.
This was a frightening, well-planned, targeted murder that was intended to cause shock and attention and intimidation.
A grand jury charging Mangione with 11 counts, among them 1 count of murder in the first degree and 2 counts of murder in the second degree, including 1 in furtherance of terrorism.
This was a killing that was intended to evoke terror.
The maximum penalty for 2 of the murder charges is life without parole. His lawyers have indicated he will plead not guilty. Prosecutors also revealing new details about the case, including that Mangione waited near the Hilton Hotel where Thompson was set to attend a conference for nearly an hour before allegedly shooting him when he arrived. The DA also saying they spoke to Mangione's mother before his arrest while looking into a tip from the FBI in San Francisco. And while she didn't indicate it was her son in the photograph, she did say it might be something that she could see him doing. According to police, Mangione fled Manhattan and was eventually arrested at a McDonald's in Pennsylvania 5 days later. He's now in a prison there, awaiting extradition to New York. A source familiar with the case telling NBC News he no longer plans to fight it. In the wake of the murder, some have celebrated Thompson's death and been sympathetic to Mangione's apparent outrage at the healthcare industry.
There is no heroism in what Mangione did.
The city's police commissioner with a stern message for those people.
We don't celebrate murders, and any attempt to rationalize this is vile, reckless, and offensive to our deeply held principles of justice.
All right, so Steph, what's next for Mangione?
So there are 2 scheduled hearings tomorrow, Hoda. The first one is on the Pennsylvania charges. The second one is an extradition hearing. And a source close to the case tells NBC News that Mangione plans to waive that hearing, which means he could be extradited and back in New York City tomorrow.
Hoda. All right, Stephanie Gosk for us there in Pennsylvania. Steph, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day.
Yeah, so generally speaking, I wanted to get you guys' thoughts on it, but I do have the question of just off of that video real quick right there. Does that look more like something that's pre-calculated, like a hit? Or do you think it was something that was random?
Yeah, the silencers, so it had to be a hit. Just don't come by silencers in New York.
Maul, you got any thoughts at all? You don't necessarily have to answer that question, but whatever your thoughts are in general.
I'm on the sentiment of every day. You don't just get silences. Like people you don't come across silences. Like you got to be like
hit me
for real. Like, and then it's like to me, and I get this from my partner Jay every day. When you start looking deeper into it, you did all that, right? You did all that. You waited outside, they say, for the hotel all that time. You waited for him to come. You snuck up behind him with a silencer. You went to Central Park and you disappeared in Central Park to be found 5 days later with probably still a murder weapon in your bag eating McDonald's.
With them same eyebrows.
Like you did all this. You was like a ninja and all this stuff. You got out of the city and everything. You went to the park where they say it's 1 million exits you could have got, and you made it to, goddamn it, Philly or whatever, Pennsylvania, and you was in McDonald's and you a McDouble some fries with the gun still in your backpack and all the evidence still on you.
Yeah, that ain't that nigga.
Like, that's kind of crazy. I kind of think he the fall guy or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really, allegedly, I don't know.
Right,
we all don't know.
Alleged.
We don't know. We just going on speculation, but it's just a lot right there that I don't believe everything the news saying and all the police chiefs and all that stuff. I don't believe really half of that shit they talking about.
You think about, like, he specifically wore a mask, right? I guess we're in the age of wearing masks. And, so he has distinct eyebrows, Right. So then it's like, oh, that's him. That's him because he got the eyebrows. You don't know who the fuck was under that mask. You know, like Maul said. Maul said you did all this. You real covert.
Yeah, like you.
You know what I mean? And then your goof ass go down the street.
Bro, you did
and get caught.
That's how
you didn't shave off them fucking eyebrows. You knew you had distinct eyebrows. You Burt looking motherfucker.
But bro, what killed me the most is
that's my team.
A day later, they say the suspect is no longer in New York. Right? That's what they said verbatim. Yeah. How do y'all know who the suspect is if y'all didn't know have his fucking identity? So something like that's crazy to me right there. You say he's not in New York, but he's not here. How y'all know? Y'all didn't know who did this shit. So how y'all know he ain't here no more?
And those are my questions. Those are 100% my question. When I first heard, first of all, this is absolutely wild. I personally allegedly think this is a hit. It doesn't make sense for this. If you watch the original video from after they paused it, you'll see another person came out of the hotel. Was it like in the doorway of the hotel? And once they saw what was happening, they ran. So this person specifically targeted, was set out with a target. Whatever the goal was, whoever sent them, whatever the case. But when I saw that they said that they found the guy and they were basing it off of a certain picture, I was like, bro, that's not enough. That's not enough of his face. Like, you don't see enough of his face to really say that this is the guy.
They did say that he was trying to flirt with a hotel
McDonald's
person. I thought it was the hotel person. It was the McDonald's lady.
Somebody
he pulled down his mask and he was flirting with somebody, and he had where he stayed at the hotel with a fake ID. Right. That's how they got his face or something like that.
Why they ain't never show up?
That's what they say.
Yeah, no, I heard that part, and I'm saying that's why y'all ain't never show us. If he was able to pull down his mask, y'all should be able to catch that on camera.
Yeah, and that's what they were saying too. It's just, to me, with this story, it's a lot about this story.
Too much extra.
It's a lot, and then when you look at the people actually paying for his lawyer and all that stuff, I'm like, boy, y'all wild.
Then his mama gonna say, that sound like something he'll do. Yo, would your mama say, you know what I'm saying, you jammed up? My mama wouldn't be like, yeah, that sound like something he'll do.
And my first thing my mama would say, I ain't raised him like that. I don't know where the fuck you get that shit from.
Be like, who? Jay Everyday? I don't even know him.
That's what your mama said.
Yeah.
Who is Jay Everyday?
Jay Everyday.
I don't smoke cigarettes.
Right.
I birthed such and such and such. I birthed such and such and such. I didn't birth no Jay Everyday.
Jay Everyday over there on that podcast? No, I don't know him.
That's something else he be doing. Yeah. That's some other shit he be doing.
Let's see. DHPX said, sidebar, why Africans be letting Bill Gates treat them like lab rats? Ola Bola said, Bill Gates about to GMO Africa.
On Dave. Nah, it be wild.
Ola Bola, where you hear about us at? Y'all know?
I don't know.
No, I don't know Ola Bola.
I think he might be part of the feds. You know what I'm saying? Because it be like a lot of random motherfuckers. Yeah. I be looking. Like,
How you hear about us, Ola Bola? Is Ola Bola?
Yeah.
Ola Bola?
Let's call him O.
Oh, how you hear about us, O?
Got O and Chief O.
DHPX said, I ain't helping you in words. Chief said, I paid $160 copay at the doctor's office, so I don't feel sorry for the CEO. Wow, bro, that's deep.
So, I would like to know your demographic because, or as far as your age, because here's the deal. I heard something or I saw something where most people, like 35 and older, did not agree. Like upwards of like 70% of those people in the age bracket of 35 and older. But there's a lot of people under that age of 35, like 60% of them were okay with the CEO being killed.
That's crazy, though.
I was like, damn.
That's because you got to look at it like this. I understand the sentiment of everything we're going through, but y'all know he don't control all that, right? He don't control none of that y'all talking about he deserved. He's the CEO of a company that's running a business. That's what it is, So for people to say that they think he deserved that or anything like that, no, he's just running the business. That's like we work at where we work at. Just because the company did something, that's just like you come to harm one of us. We work for the company. Like, I don't think people should say that. I understand where you coming from with it, though. But to say he deserved that and he get to take it from his kids and all that, that's bugging. Y'all wilding for that, bro.
Yeah,
that's wild.
That's crazy work.
That is really wild because somebody can say the same thing of where you work. So since you work for this company, we going to off you or delete you because you work for this company and they did me wrong.
And that's what they. I'm sorry. Please keep it. I'm gonna say super quick. That's what they said. This. What I don't even know what word to say. This ending his life. Luigi ended this guy's life because it was motivated by like a failed healthcare claim or something like that.
He was denying people. He said he was denying people. No, the system is denying people. He don't have nothing to do with the system. That's the system that we're talking about. He just worked part of the system.
And that's wild too, because it's like nobody will want this to happen to any of their family members.
That's my point.
And that's wild for anybody to say. Obviously, this is with respect, but I gotta hold y'all accountable on this. That's wild. Nobody wants their brother, their sister, aunt, uncle, family member to be mowed down this way.
Yeah. And I understand where he was coming from. I think I get what they're trying to say, but they're wording it in a bad way, and it's making the motherfuckers seem like they inhumane.
Hey, oh boy, you ain't no op, is you, boy? Trying to sit up here and have this podcast look like we be okay in that shit. No. I'm gonna call no, not the KNoWKi podcast, especially not Mall, not Spaces, and definitely not J Every Day. Hey, man. Okay,
but yeah, I kind of understand what they're talking about when people were saying that, but you're going about it kind of the wrong way. I understand that people got denied. I understand that a lot of people lost their lives, but this is a system that we're talking about. Them doing that to that one man is not going to change nothing about this system. They're going to deny folk. They deny, as soon as he got deleted, they denied 4 more motherfuckers.
Yeah, the system going to keep rolling.
Yes, it's just the system of America and a system of, I forgot what the thing about it is called.
Machine.
Where you make a lot of money. What's the word?
Capitalism.
Capitalism.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Capitalism.
Smiles.
That's just what it's part it's about. Yeah.
Smile said healthcare shouldn't be a business but a human right.
Absolutely,
it's true.
Absolutely. But anytime you add money to the game, it's gonna change anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even people can say they could do something for the love of something, but as soon as we can introduce some money.
Yeah.
Now it changes how they feel about it, what they're willing to do, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But what I really wanted to say is that killing somebody just because, like I said, like you said, they work for somebody or they're the head of, like, that's like, it's been times I've driven, and I've seen just police officers sitting there, right? And you can see how easy it is to just creep up on a police officer. But a lot of times people don't like police, and something could have happened to your family specifically. That doesn't mean, just run up.
Yeah, and no, you don't
just
do
because,
people. No.
Dude, they don't have nothing to do with what's going on.
Yeah. They don't even know what the fuck you talking about.
And on top of that, he was on his way to a meeting. So ain't no telling what he could have been, telling the investors which direction to go. We don't know, right? He could have probably eventually grew a heart.
Yeah.
To say, and let's not say he doesn't have a heart, but a lot of times money make you move a certain way. So eventually maybe he said, you know what? I want to tell the investors this, and then
so we can get this stuff moving in the right direction.
Right, in the right direction. Maybe we got some cures or what. We don't know. All I'm saying is speculation, and maybe the investors didn't like that. Yeah. Maybe they heard about, some shit kind of coming through the pipeline.
And I go to piggyback off you. Mm-hmm. People will say something like what your O just said that we're not agreeing with.
Yeah.
But don't you invest in the stock market? You got a 401k? Vanguard and all that stuff is part of their 401k? Do you know the healthcare system that you're talking about that he should have done this to? A lot of people is investing it with their 401ks.
Mm-hmm.
Healthcare is big business on the stock market. They make good money. They ticket symbol is UNH because I was about to invest in them. Shit going real cool right now. They make good money on the stock market. So if we want to do that and go that route, that means we're going to have to pull our money out of a lot of different things, baby, because all of us is in some type of cahoots with some type of wrongdoing to other people, and we damn near cutting off our nose to spite our face to some of the shit we invested in.
I agree, because back in the day, like, I used to not be a fan of prison, but private prisons specifically. And then I learned, hey, damn, person that has 401k,
BlackRock, Vanguard,
all those.
Yeah, all of them.
Vanguard has the number 2 amount of beds. You know what I'm saying? In private prisons, They hold number 2. So it's like, damn, what do I do?
And guess what? I bet you ain't going to get that 8% you get back a year back, is you?
Nah, man, let me bump it up some. Shit,
Thank
man.
you.
Niggas is going to go to prison regardless.
Thank you. But I'm going to just give me a couple dollars while they go.
You know what I'm saying?
It is what it is.
Because at first I'm like, damn, private prisons, I hate how they treat people.
Yeah,
But
that's
then
true.
I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, it's true. Like
motherfuckers is criminals. I mean, look, I'm not saying everybody in there is criminals, but sometimes you get caught up in the system. But it just is what it is, and it's like
we got to change the whole thing. We can't just go to do that one dude that just worked for the system. And I can go another
everything
thing
needs to
too.
crumble. Is basically what you're saying. You got to topple everything. It just doesn't need to stop with the CEO.
Yeah.
You got to get them all. So since you ain't gonna do that,
Leave
man,
that shit
let them
alone.
live.
Your phone. You sitting up here talking about your phone. Little kids in China make these phones and these chips and parts and stuff like that too. But guess what? I'm still vested in these phones though, because this shit make me good money.
Hell yeah, man.
It is what it is. I
love
can't
these
do
apps.
Yeah, you feel me? So, like, for you to say that, bro, like, and I understand where you're probably coming from and whatnot like that, and I understand what you're trying to say, but the way you worded that, that was you bugging, B. You're bugging.
Chief said, I'm a practicing physician, 22 plus. Education and healthcare should be ran only by the government.
That's a fact. I believe. I agree with that. Because once you privatize that stuff, and it begins to people like me who invested in it and stuff like that. I want my money to make profit. I don't want to lose no money.
But yeah, and that's the deal though. But a lot of times when you do become, government ran, we start losing money. As far you know what I'm saying, like you said,
Post
it should
office.
be profit. Yeah, post office,
Yeah.
right?
Post
Because
office.
there's a lot of stealing going on. We can say that. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of waste.
You work 2,000 hours in a week.
2,000 hours in a week,
Yeah,
right?
you work 2,000 hours in a week.
Right, so it's a lot of stealing going on as well.
But
But I mean, shit, you can't stop the stealing. I don't know.
I work 8 days this week.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You work 8 days this week too, Jerry? These spaces? I work 8 days this week.
Nah, man, not me, man.
30 hours every day.
Yeah, man. Y'all do y'all
Every
thing.
8 day.
Y'all do y'all thing, man.
Hey,
It might just be me on the podcast next week. Niggas gonna be at the, I ain't gonna speak that on them.
Because they giving us quadruple overtime.
Smile said, what would the conversation be if he was black? Would they even talk about the healthcare system?
That's a good question.
Spaces gonna cook up some. Go ahead and give your take, Spaces, because you're the only one probably disagree with that.
Not necessarily.
Oh,
no.
you don't? Okay.
Our shit is on entertainment. We got to worry about Diddy.
Yeah, that's
you know
a
what I'm
fact.
saying? Our
That's
shit
a
is,
fact.
when it come to niggas,
That's
it's Diddy.
it,
And
yeah.
entertainment,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You
That's a
niggas
fact.
think about that. Where LeBron going next and his son, if he's going to get it out the G League. When we talk about real serious shit, healthcare, education, stuff like that, we're going to focus on these white people.
Attention spans to leave real quick when you start talking about some shit like this.
Yeah.
You see, we had like 15 viewers, boy. We started talking about this healthcare shit. We went down to 10, then we went back up to 13.
Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for hitting the like button. I'm glad y'all enjoying the conversation. And this is one last thing that my point about this. Why I think it's something that ain't right. For instance, according to the stories that's being told about Luigi, his family was rich.
Filthy.
I'm talking rich, like Ivy League, maybe not even Ivy League, like something better than Ivy League, if there really is a thing. But what I heard, if I probably have the number wrong, but the school that he was going to was like $34,000 a year.
I heard the same thing too.
So what does a denied health claim mean to his family if they're paying $34,000 a year for him to go to school?
Guess what? He had to kiss the ring.
Well,
everybody's not.
Let me add a little caveat. Well, not necessarily a caveat, but let me add you something to this. It has nothing. It's not really related, but I'm pretty sure maybe some of you guys in there heard about the young lady. She slept with 100 niggas in a day.
Mm-hmm.
You guys heard about that, right? She comes from
purposefully setting that record,
right? So yeah, she's aiming for 1,000. Now she comes from money. I'm talking about rich. She's from the UK. I forgot what part, but she comes from money. Southampton, I think, could be Brampton, Hampton, whatever the fuck. But she comes from money, and she has a OnlyFans page. And it's like, well, what's the point of doing that? You're not there to make the money. You know what I mean? So sometimes we don't understand why people do what. Is what I'm saying. Just to bring it back full circle. You don't understand. She has money. There's no reason for her to even be doing all this wild shit. And, for an OnlyFans page to, get a couple, I don't know, $1,000 or whatever. But you come from that. And him, he comes from that. He shouldn't have any problem with paying health care. I don't give. They're not going to probably deny it. If they deny his claim, it's not like you guys can't pay it.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why my whole thought process behind that point being in the news and talking about him.
Yeah. Oh, she was kissing him in the mouth.
She say she got mental. No, she got gonorrhea.
Imagine
She got no mental
imagine
health.
being the second nigga.
She got
That's
herpes.
crazy.
Imagine being 1,000th. Like,
Hell no, nigga. I'm imagining being the second. That's crazy. You want to be number one.
no, not me.
Oh,
not
all
me.
right.
I'm
I
talking
don't
about
want to be there.
I'm
cool.
just saying in that situation.
hypothetically.
They all got histories. So it don't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Hypothetically, like imagine whoever is the 1,000th dude. Like, there's no way you're not
She
passing.
got a yeast infection.
Maybe it's a lottery or some shit. I don't know.
She got yeast infection.
Yeast.
Yeah, she got herpes gonorrhea. Like,
The trademark that.
But yeah, like I said,
that's
just to
old.
bring
I heard that from
bring the
years ago.
thing full circle is we don't a lot of times know why what motivates a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and don't know what motivates people, and then you just got. I'm learning as we hear these things to really ask questions.
Take it with a grain of salt. How everybody's giving it to you.
As soon as I heard, I was already skeptical about the picture that they found. The picture, air quotes, picture that they found. And then they say they found this guy after he disappeared, and he revealed himself in a McDonald's. That don't make sense to me. That doesn't seem like that would happen. And then come to find out, he was going to school for $34,000. And then on top of that, the person I was listening to that was breaking this down, I think it was, I forget who it was. I think it was We Need to Talk. Alan on We Need to Talk, if I'm not mistaken. I'm probably wrong on that, but when it comes to these like super high level, super high richy people schools, when you're donors to the school, when you're active in the school, you also dedicate more money past the tuition to the school. So if you're paying $34,000, you're also, if your child's in sports, if your child's in a fraternity or sorority, if your child doing fundraisers or whatever the case, if like you're doing more than just $34,000 a year. So if for that to happen, for them to be able to pay, assuming that this is true, because we don't know, we're just going off of what we hear. Assuming that this is true, a denied healthcare claim is like a drop in the bucket to that family.
He was also valedictorian, huh? Peter Man.
Peter Man said he was also school valedictorian.
Look at that.
I don't get it.
This is big. This is bigger than hip hop.
You guys got anything else?
You know what?